Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Dave, recently a major topic has been brought up concerning the Browns organization, and that is the lack of communication. This better cease immediately to head the team in the right direction of a winning NFL team. Now that we believe we have our franchise quarterback in Deshaun Watson and our defensive coordinator in Jim Schwartz, daily Jim Schwartz and Andrew Berry should be together discussing the type of players needed to fit into Schwartz's defensive philosophy. Given Schwartz has been in the NFL a while, he should know the exact players the Browns must go out and get signed. And Kevin Stefanski and Deshaun Watson better be together daily discussing what plays and schemes will work best to electrify Watson's best abilities. This all must happen immediately so the Browns team is ready to go full force starting with day one of training camp. No excuses will be allowed next year. Every aspect of the team must be in place and headed in a winning direction starting with day one.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Fred, the thing that was interesting with Jim Schwartz, he kept going back to communication several times. And that's something that the people in Philadelphia said he was really good with, and also in Tennessee. So that appears to be a strength. Players, for whatever reason, will communicate with him.
Yeah, he talked about the relationships he's had over the years. Malcolm Jenkins, different guys established. Like I said, he's been there, done that. He commands the respect. Just the fact that he won a Super Bowl on that side of the ball, with the Eagles. I think you have a young team, young defensive players. I think you're going to command the respect from day one. He's fiery. He's getting your face. But he also, talks about when they get off the field, they can get along. They can be friends. So I think that, he is going to be a nice compliment to Kevin Stefanski. Stefanski's the head coach, obviously. And Schwartz knows his place, and he deferred to him, multiple times in the press conference, and rightly so. But I think Stefanski's going to turn it over to Schwartz on the defensive side, and I think from day one there is going to be communication, accountability. How much did it drive you crazy, the blown coverages the last 2 years? And then when you thought it was over, what happened on the final game? Ironically, they blew a coverage, and Pickens went 31 yards for a touchdown. Nobody covered him. And you just can't have that. And I think those things will be eliminated under Schwartz. And just that alone will make a big difference. So I just think that, to me, it just makes the most sense is taking what you have and putting a guy in position. And they were asking about communicating with Andrew Berry. He said one of the reasons he came here was because Andrew Berry, they were together in Philadelphia in 2019. And Schwartz said today that in talking with him and getting to know him, he said, that's one guy I would like to join someday when he's a GM. And so that's why I really think Berry was influential in bringing him here. So I do think they'll talk. I do think he'll say, this is the type of guy I need. Berry has went more for the athletic hybrid, smaller linebackers, defensive tackles. It will be interesting to see if they retool that area. We saw they got blown off the ball against the run, starting with about the Falcons game. So I think most of us watching the Browns could say, you need to beef up and get some run stoppers. We talked about it on this show before last season. They need some guys that can stop the run. We'll see. And by the way, Schwartz has a rapport with a lot of guys in that category that he might be able to influence to come this way.